Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. Some of you know that are regular viewers that we're just retired folks. And we're here in Central Florida, about 60 miles north of Orlando. And we bring you all our adventures.
We're coming from the Villages.
The Villages, Florida. And we might show you day trips. We could show you products. We can talk to you about issues around our town.
Activities that we do and activities that are happening in the Villages.
And we're so happy that you're with us today because we think we have an outstanding show. Of course, we think that every week, don't we?
We do.
On today's show, smoking neighbors.
Complaints about lack of shopping.
Do you need a water filter?
And since a bond is paid, do we own the infrastructure?
A new bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. On this week's Bubble Wrap, it's a common problem. You turn on your hot water and it takes forever for it to get hot. I've got a solution coming up.
Plus, here's a special treat for you. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
How about that, Wally?
He's amazing.
Wally's so good. Years ago, 5 years ago or so, he reached out and said, hey, I could do a theme song for you. And so we put our heads together, and that's what we came up with. And great job to him, and he's been a good friend over the years. We appreciate him so much. How about this freeze of 2025?
I have been wearing gloves. We've been wearing sweatshirts. Of course, slippers on in the house. Socks now. I don't go barefoot in my house. It's cold. It's nippy.
Friday morning was 31 degrees.
I know.
That's a killer for some tropical plants.
Yeah.
It's no fun. You can see we've got the old sweats on. Today's a salute to the Navy.
There we go.
She's got her Navy on.
There we go.
And it feels good. You got to bundle up. We went out earlier, and you're in the sun. It feels so much better, but it's chilly.
Well, it's been better today because of the sun. The last few days have been just totally gray and cloudy. I felt like I was living in Indiana again.
I think a heat pump like we have here is great when the weather's 45, 55 degrees, but when it gets down in the 30s, a heat pump works hard. And we've had trouble maintaining 72. That's what my little darling likes it at 72.
I do, but you know what? The thermostat says we have it set for 72, but the actual house temperature's been 66 all week.
No, it has.
Yes,
Nope, it was 71 last night. I looked at it, 71 degrees. It just felt like 66 to you.
Okay, my eyes are really bad, I know.
Yeah, it's that eyesight thing. But it does struggle to keep up.
Yeah.
And
Well, we hope you're staying warm and get cozy with your blankets. In fact, I ordered one today. It's another throw blanket. We always need more throws. How many throws do you all have in your house?
it does feel good to curl up in the recliner
Yes,
and
at
throw one
night.
of those soft blankets on. Yeah.
That's what we do at night. Here we go.
The town squares have been closed several nights this past week.
Yeah.
Nobody home at the squares because of the brutal temperatures. Yeah,
Well,
you can see
I think
the
they're
pictures.
getting back, but you know what? We miss the squares when they're closed.
Yeah, it takes something severe to shut them down.
That's right.
And hey, we had a show Wednesday night. Did you watch Wednesday Night Live with us? That was a good show. We had a good discussion about bills, and we had a giveaway, and it's a call-in show. So we took the first caller that solved a couple of clues, won a $25 gift certificate from Cody's Roadhouse. And it was Mark and Denise Ryan from right here in the Villages.
Yay.
And they're not here right now. They're coming back February 1st, but we're going to mail them that $25 gift certificate.
Nice.
So thank you for participating.
And
Tune
congratulations.
in next Wednesday and we'll have another giveaway for you. If you watch our show on Saturday morning, you might need this. That is an incredible little invention. And we really struggled with this heavy furniture. That thing our TV sits on right here in the great room, holy cow, that is a beast. And there's no way I can lift it. There's no way that she and I together can lift it.
Nope.
It's just very big. But that little machine, boom, it allowed us to do that.
It was
And
clever, very clever.
as we get older, we can lift less anyway.
Less.
So think about that if you need a lifting tool. And we'll have a link to that in the description.
There you go.
Speaking of cold weather and snow, and by golly, did you see the snow up in Pensacola, Florida. Holy moly. Oh, I couldn't have. Those people bought their beach getaway.
I know.
They come down in the winter.
They come down to
and
get some
they've got
sun
snow. They had a foot of snow.
on the beach.
Oh my goodness. Well, here's a viewer video kind of about the same thing.
Here's Ron standing in the snow.
Beautiful Florida.
We live in Pace, Florida, near Pensacola. And holy moly, Batman, look at the snow.
And it's still coming down.
And it's still coming down.
Okay, good enough.
That was near Pace, Florida, which is up in the Pensacola area. And, you know, it's going to be years from now, you'll be looking back at the winter of 2025 and thinking, wow, did that really happen?
Yeah, they were building snowmen on the beach. Oh my gosh, it was like really crazy.
All right, what's our first question?
Our first question is, I was reading about a person that desperately needs a grocery store down south. It's too bad people don't look in the areas first before they purchase a home. Now they're complaining about stores. It was for a while because of the turnpike noise. Not enough executive golf courses. When will the complaining stop?
That came from next door.
Okay.
That was just a clip.
Yeah.
And I didn't publish the name because that person may not want
Yeah.
their name out there.
Right.
But they did publish it on next door.
That's right.
But what about that? It's people that complain after they bought a home.
Yeah.
Now that basically said, why didn't you do your research?
Yeah.
Right? Why didn't you check it out? Hey, when you're buying a lot in a newly platted area,
Yeah.
how can you check it out before you buy it? I mean, you can go look at the raw land perhaps.
Yeah.
But it's hard to know what it's going to look like when it's finished. So
Well, what I have heard, and this is just hearsay, that they build out the homes first, and when they fill all those homes, that's when they start building the stores and the malls and the plazas and all that. So people really do not know where the stores are going to go.
I'm not saying that's not right. That is right. But they build the golf courses first.
True.
And the rec centers.
Right.
And that sort of infrastructure.
Yeah.
And then they build the homes.
And then last, the retail.
I remember the folks in Finney when we moved here 6 years ago.
Yeah.
They were down there. They built Finney, and then they've built back toward us.
Yeah.
And they didn't have much at all until that Magnolia Plaza was finished, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's always easy to pass judgment on until it's you.
Yeah.
But I understand that. But time passes fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And before you know it, those folks down in Lake Denham and Dabney and all points south will have their big
They'll have their
stores and their
Eastport and all
emergency
those-
rooms and
that's
their
right.
hospital
They've
and
got a hotel going down there now. So
and
yeah.
mature landscaping and everything that we enjoy up here. They'll get it down there. It just
Yeah.
takes a little while.
Takes a while.
But it's human nature to complain.
Yeah.
We like to complain. This is from Susan. Susan says, we're thinking of doing a lifestyle visit, but are concerned as the houses are so close. What are your tips on finding a house in case one of your neighbors smokes outside? I can't handle the smoke as I have asthma. Well, first of all, that could be a horrible experience. If you bought a home here and you found for whatever reason that your neighbor was annoying you, that can drive you crazy. In this case, it would be smoking. If they smoke outside, I don't really see how that would bother you. You know, if you spend time on your lanai, you know, perhaps you could smell the smoke. We don't have that problem. We have a glassed-in lanai. My neighbor next door has a screen lanai, but there's no problems. 10 feet separate our homes. That's nothing. I never thought I'd be this close to a neighbor. Can they bother us? Sure. Things they do can bother us, but luckily they don't. And you know, the homes are designed so that your windows usually don't look right into a neighbor.
window.
They might look into a wall, but they usually are,
Offset.
they try to offset it for
Offset.
privacy. But as far as the cigarette smoke, you could always talk to your neighbor. You know, fewer people smoke than ever.
I think that's true.
You know, I don't like cigar smoke. I don't like it. I don't like cigarette smoke either. I mean,
No.
I mean, I don't like any of it. But I don't know, if our neighbors smoked so much that it bothered me, you know, I could always stay inside my house, If it bothered me to the point where I couldn't stand it, I'd have to go over and say, hey, you're bothering me. Could you smoke on the other end of your lanai, or could you smoke out front, or whatever?
Or worst case scenario, you have to move.
Or vape, baby, vape. Does that smell?
I don't know, but I think it's almost being outlawed.
Cigarettes are expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom smoked like a chimney. She smoked. My dad didn't smoke. But my mom seemed to think when you get in the car and you're driving, that if you crack that window about that much, or open your little wing a little bit, that
the
solved
wing.
everything.
The wing.
That solved it all. Oh, you'll be fine. I've got my window cracked over here. I'm over there.
Mom. Oh my
Anyway, I hope that doesn't happen to you. 99% of the time, you're going to get a good neighbor or one that doesn't bother you anyway.
Yeah,
Is it my turn again?
you can have it.
Okay. This is from Gary in Greenwich, Connecticut. He says, if the bond is paid by each homeowner, did I say homeowner?
Homeowner.
If the bond is paid by each homeowner, do they then own the roads and the other infrastructure? Or is that just the developer making additional money? Boy, that is a great question. We pay a bond for the infrastructure within our neighborhoods. That doesn't include the roads. The roads are owned by the county.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a great question, you know, and it's something I will check into. But another thing, the deck up at Lake Sumter they're asking for the homeowners to pay for the refurbishment of the deck, saying it's our responsibility. Well, I'm going to tell you, if that's our responsibility, then I better be able to fish in Lake Sumter.
Oh,
Currently, we can't. The village just doesn't allow it.
the dock all the way around.
Yeah, but if we have to pay for the dock, then I want to go up there and fish. What do you think of that? Let us know what you think. Should we be able to fish up there at Sumter Landing? I think we should. Why not? Why shouldn't we?
I would
They actually sell a fishing boat there. They take people out and let them pay money to go fishing.
Only thing I would see negative about that, can I add that, my 2 cents?
No.
Oh my goodness. Because somebody might get a fish hook in their face, somebody might leave all their fishing equipment there, it may be problems, you might have fish, it'll attract alligators. Yeah, I don't know.
Can you fish in the ponds?
Yeah.
You
but
can fish in the pond.
Lake Sumter is more.
There's
more-
fish up there. We want to fish up there. If we pay for the boardwalk, we want to fish. That's my personal, individual opinion.
There you go. This next question is from Bill in DeLuna. We notice some residue in our glasses from time to time. Does everyone have some sort of water purification? I don't know about everybody, but
Well, somebody named Mark sent us in this picture of his water filters. Take a look at those. Now, we found from talking to people that in new areas, you know, like Lake Denham or Dabney or whatever, when that area is new, the construction debris, dirt, sludge, whatever, gets into the water supply a little bit. And look at those. Man, those are dirty. So that's why we researched water filters, and we don't get paid by Nova, but that was about $600. I think it's $650 now in that neighborhood. And it does a great job for us. Those are Nova filters right there, and they replaced them with clean ones. It'd be interesting to see the next time that they change. Mark, if the next time you change, send us most of those pictures again, and we'll look at your change around the 1st of 2025 and the 1st of 2026. They should be a lot lighter than this, and then keep getting lighter until your area is slick as a whistle.
yeah. And you don't, if you have this water filter system, you don't have to have it in your refrigerator anymore. We don't go out and buy the water filter for our refrigerator now anymore, since we already
That's right.
have.
In fact, you
a
take
water-
it out. You don't need it.
We just take it out.
And she insisted on water filter here.
did. I
She
did.
didn't like the water, but how is it now?
It's lovely. I love the water here.
All right, well, I'm glad that you're happy.
You always make me happy.
It's time for bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. I'll bet this happens to you. You turn on your hot water and it comes out cold for a long time. Well, there's a solution, and I've got it on this week's Bubble Wrap. The secret is a special water heater that I had installed underneath my kitchen sink. There it is. It operates on 110. A neighbor installed this for me. It really wasn't that hard. And there it is. It's a 4-gallon unit. It heats up 4 gallons of water and sends it up to my sink. So now, when I turn on the hot water, within about, I'd say 10 seconds or so, it comes out at 120 degrees, and I don't have to wait for that hot water to get here from my water heater that runs the whole house. The reason it takes so long is when you demand hot water in your house, at least for this tankless unit, it has to fire up the burners and then the water has to travel through the slab. If you have a water heater in your garage or somewhere else, it's the same situation. It takes a while for that hot water to get to your faucet. This one is not hardwired. It runs on 110. In other words, there's just a plug over there. When it's running, you can see the little orange glow right here that shows that it's heating the water inside the tank. You can do it yourself if you've got some plumbing skills. You can see right there how it's connected. I had a neighbor do it, and it took him about an hour and 15 minutes. I originally had a tank that was much larger, and it would not fit underneath my sink. So I would say do some measurement before you order. To be extra safe, I've added some Wi-Fi connected flood detectors. You can see mine right here. If any water gets on that, it's going to notify me on an app. And you can also see underneath there is a black mat. This essentially is a reservoir that can capture probably a couple of gallons of water, and it'll let me know what's going on before it gets to an emergency situation. Out the door, this unit was about $180 on Amazon. There are some that are a little cheaper and some that are more expensive. I don't think you need to get too extravagant with it. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thanks, Peter. You know, the only setback to me for that is there's not a lot of room under that sink if you have a garbage disposal.
Right.
But that one looked tucked in there really nicely. And what a joy that would be to turn on the water and have it, because it probably takes a good 30 or 40 seconds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To
about a minute.
get warm water, and
Yeah.
then it heats up quickly after that.
And you're wasting that water.
You're wasting water. That's about $220 for that unit, and then you have to pay somebody to put it in. You could do it yourself if you knew how. But that's nice.
Yeah.
By the way, Lowe's has that unit, and we'll put a link to it in our description of the video. Hey, our cruise for 2026 is now open. That's going to be another Caribbean cruise. And this time last year when we announced the 2025 cruise, the one we're getting ready to go on in 2 weeks.
Oops.
It sold out quick.
Yeah.
Sold out really quick. And so if you want to go on the 2026 winter cruise to the Caribbean, I'll give you the information and you can look into it now.
Yeah.
But it leaves from, they say Orlando, but it's Cape Canaveral, which makes it a shorter trip from the villages.
Right.
And we can get the best price right now. And it's going to be a celebrity cruise. I like celebrity ships. Everything's going to be included in your package. I mean, your drinks, your taxes, your port fees, tips. You know, technically you could go without much money and have a good time. But we hope that you can join us on that cruise.
It's time for Pet of the Week.
This is Maggie, 2-year-old blue heeler from Alabama. She's got a couple tricks for a treat or two.
Lay down. Stand up. Shake. Lay down. Roll over.
But I think she preferred to be outside chasing a ball. We're riding on a golf cart. We're in the truck. She's pretty good at barking at cows. She'll ride the tractor. And sometimes she rests.
That's another one of those big dogs. I like that. I love a dog you can give
Yeah.
a proper hug and squeeze to.
We used to have a big dog. We had a Great Dane, and it would back up and sit on the couch like a person.
Oh, I
Yeah.
loved it. I love it.
Yeah.
And when you're walking your dogs in the villages, don't be alarmed if some big goofy looking guy comes up and gives your dog a hug.
Thank you for sending that in. This next question is about, there's been a lot of talk about how close the neighbors are. Tell the truth. Do they actually bother you? Do you hear them fighting? Is their stereo too loud? Do they rev up their car engine at odd times? We have had all of that and more where we live. We don't want to spend an arm and a leg to come down there for more of the same.
Wow, that's very similar to the other
Very
question.
much similar.
I shouldn't have picked them both out for the same show, should I?
No.
Well, let's talk about our neighbors.
Yeah.
We don't hear them.
No. Every once in a while I will hear a car come in and out, but that's, everybody does here in the villages.
I'll tell you what we hear. We hear them scoot their table.
The walls
You know
are
how
thinner.
when you scoot a table on a hard floor, you can hear the legs go, we hear that once in a while, don't we?
Yeah. I thought I heard that in our own home, in here. When we first moved here, I felt like the walls may be just a little thinner inside, but maybe it's if, let's say someone falls in the bedroom, Jerry could be yelling for me and I'm in the other room, I could hear him. So
What do you mean you heard it here?
I heard you coughing or you
What do you
whatever.
mean about a table scooting?
Well, not really table scooting. I'm talking about inside a house. The walls are a little thinner, I think, here.
The walls are not thin here. These are concrete block walls with,
I must have super hearing.
huh?
Maybe I have super hearing.
Maybe, no, I guarantee you that's not good. These walls are thick, man. These are industrial, thick, concrete block walls
Yeah.
here. Now, the sound comes in the windows, though.
Yeah. But you were talking about revving up the car and doing this and that and the other. People don't do that really here.
Oh, no, Norm has that loud car over there on the corner. And
You're
once in a
calling him
while,
out.
no, it doesn't bother us at all. They are fantastic neighbors. I love those
Absolutely.
guys.
We never know they're
No,
there.
but I do hear your car, Norm, once in a while, and I like it. I mean, that's a.
Hey, he used to have a motorcycle. He doesn't have that
He
anymore.
sold his motorcycle. Thank goodness it was noisy.
Oh,
What
no.
else? Does anybody else back here? They don't bother us. No, it's good. And the homes are so close together. Remember, I told you that. We
I
live
think
on a
people
postage
really
stamp.
try to be quiet. They try to respect each other, being this close, because they want to be treated that way. You want to be treated that way. So we respect each other, I think, pretty much.
Boy, we got a lot of insulting mail last week. Talking about how we talk about the same things all the time. Well, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun, and we've been here 6 years. We do a show every week, a Mailbag Monday, and we take questions. We take probably 7 or 8 questions a week. And so we've had probably, 5 years times 50, 200 plus Mailbag Mondays, 1,600 questions. That's a lot of questions. We're going to repeat some of them.
We
Like
gotta
this one's
repeat
kind of a
some.
repeat.
Yeah.
But hey, we're doing our best. Also, got a lot of criticism over our video last Thursday when we did the cart ride.
Oh, music.
Half the people loved the music, half the people hated the music. Most of them said it was way too loud, and then people would say, the music's fine, don't worry about them. I don't know, when we replayed it,
It sounded fine.
it sounded perfect.
Yeah.
I turned it down to less than 15% audio on the music out of 100. And our audio was 100. So, I don't know. It may be your equipment, maybe it's our equipment, but we did not hear it. Sorry. We're going to keep experimenting and try to find a medium because I kind of like that gentle music behind,
Yeah,
especially when I'm saying something wise. I feel like I feel like Abraham Lincoln when
Yeah,
I
you
say
have
some
to.
of these things and you have the music behind you.
Patriotic music.
Yeah. It's time for the word jumble. Now, last week The clue was, still here but need a hand? The answer was assisted living. Assisted living. Lots of you got that. That was kind of a hard one. I'm sorry if you didn't get it. But today's will be easier. It's villages related though, so you may have to do a little research. A name and owner change, and hopefully lower prices. All right, if you get that, let us know without telling us the exact name. You guys are so good at that now. It started out weak. People would just pop the name in there, say the answer, and spoil it. But today, people are doing so much better. Time for Sweet and Salty.
This is from Cheggles 1. You look beautiful, Linda. I'm so proud of you coming into your own and being an inspiration to all of us. And thank you, Jerry, for initiating this podcast and making a dream come true. You both are a joy to us ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I love you guys so much.
Well, I think I know who that is.
Do you?
But I hope you guys enjoy the show like she does. And that is such a sweet thing to say. We hope we meet you one day. We'd love to. We met some really sweet people today at lunch.
Yeah, we did.
It was nice talking to them.
Yeah. And we have a salty.
The salty one. Okay, I got 2 salties today.
Oh.
I got a pair of salties. I actually like this first question. It's not really salty. I thought it was witty, and I love it when you guys hit us with your witty stuff. Bob Smith says to Linda, keep your cataracts. You'll get handicapped parking next to Mr. Magoo. You remember Mr. Magoo?
I do.
I think that voice on Mr. Magoo was by Jim Backus. You remember him?
Yeah.
On Gilligan's Island? Thurston Howell
Yeah.
III? Yeah. You're doing really good with her glasses too. And with her.
My cataracts?
Yeah, with her cataracts.
Yeah, doing good.
And this one kind of chaps my hiney a little bit. It's from Ed Rogers, and there are certain people that beat this like a dead horse.
Why do you beat a dead horse?
I don't know. But Ed says, Jerry, do most of the residents in the villages collect federal welfare checks? You know, they think that's an insult to let on that we get Social Security, that people in the villages get Social Security. Retired folks get Social Security. You paid into it your whole life.
Your whole life.
I don't get somebody like Ed and what thrill they get from trying to disparage us because we try to get back some of the money that we paid in our whole life. Mm-hmm. Anyway, a lot of people depend on Social Security, and I know it sure helps us. Time for Out and About. Okay, I'm going to have to call on your memory because I forgot what we all ate. But we went to Bluefin. Bluefin is an upscale restaurant, I think, and it's in Brownwood. It's right on the square. In fact, I think Bluefin, of all the restaurants we go to, is right in the top couple.
Yeah, it's
You
good.
know,
It's good.
it's a beautiful place. It's a white tablecloth place where the servers wear uniforms and they're very attentive.
Yeah.
And we went there with some friends. In fact, you guys remember our landscape show. Our landscaper is Alan Vaca. And we took Alan and his girlfriend to dinner because
We appreciate
we
everything he
appreciate
does.
him. This kid is sharp as a tack.
Yes.
He's good, honest, hardworking, and we just wanted to kind of let him know we appreciate him. So we took him and his girlfriend, and it was a very nice meal. Yeah. I had the fish and chips, and I get fish and chips a lot here. I love it. And the fish was flaky, it was tender, it was delicious. The fries were great. I ordered them a little extra crispy.
Yeah.
They were well done. The coleslaw was excellent.
That's right.
It's a good meal all the way around.
Yeah, and I had a breakfast burrito of some sort. It had some kind of sausage in it, with cheese on the top. It was big. It was huge. It was a little too much for me. I took half of it home, and it was pretty good. It was all right.
It wasn't your best meal there.
It was not my best meal.
We're not disappointed very often. I wasn't disappointed.
I probably won't.
Wouldn't get it again.
I probably won't get it
Well,
again.
that's the way it is at any restaurant. There is things you love.
yeah.
That's why I take a lot of heat, because I like to get a hamburger. Because
Yeah.
if I get a hamburger somewhere and I know I love it, I want to get it the next time.
Yeah.
If I get the fish and chips and I love it,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
why gamble?
Well, we have a friend that eats a certain salad at certain restaurants, and she'll get it every single time because she knows she won't go wrong.
Okay.
But our little guest had little Taylor. She had some kind of a fish, like a grouper or what's the other name of fish?
Mahi.
No.
Halibut.
Halibut. I think she had halibut, and it looked good. Had a lot of. It was baked. Had a lot of sauce.
Yeah,
on
she
it.
said it was good.
Yes, and then our friend Alan, he had a steak, didn't he, Jerry?
He had a
Mashed
filet mignon.
potatoes.
And I want to tell you, I guess it was good. He said it was good. But it was small.
It was very
Come on, Bluefin.
Small.
Come on, when somebody orders steak
Give
and
him a
pays
piece
the
of
steak price, give them a steak.
It was a little
That was
small.
too small. I asked him, I said, where's the beef? But the taste is what's really important. And we usually overeat anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we were there quite early, and we had to wait for a while. But anyway, they were gracious to us and kept wanting to make sure we were comfortable. Kept bringing us drinks. It was a very good waitress.
Yeah, it's good.
Super
Bluefin's,
waitress.
like I
Super-
said, it's at the top
super
of our
duper.
list.
Yeah.
And after that, we finished off with,
Going to school.
by the way, it was a little more than $100 for 4 of us to eat there.
Yeah.
We went to Scooples
Yeah.
to get cold dessert, and it's delicious over there, and the ice cream's good, the milkshakes are great.
Ah.
So it's right next door. It's right where the old movie theater used to be, right next to it,
Right next to it. Yeah.
and you'll like that.
We had chocolate chip ice cream, mint chocolate chip, and I had coffee ice cream, and it was to die for. I love coffee ice cream.
Now, I've
It
had
was very
milkshakes
good.
there. They have $1.50 off if you go between certain hours of the afternoon.
Yeah.
But the milkshakes are really good too.
Happy hour. Yeah.
Okay.
It's time for shout outs.
And now it's time for Jerry and Linda's shoutouts.
Hey, this is the time when we salute and thank all the friends of our channel. You know, if you've bumped into us in public, I think hopefully you know how much we appreciate you. And we try to tell you that on here. I know it sounds the same every week. We say, oh, you guys are great. We love you, but we really do.
Yeah, we do. We do. We love you. I'm going to end with a riddle. Want a riddle?
Well, wait a minute. We're not ready to end yet.
I'm not.
But you need to tell them more how much you love them.
Oh, I do. I do love you.
That was,
I thought you wanted me to sign off. But
no, it's not nearly time to sign off yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we're not. We have another.
Another 20
minute and a half or
20 minute
two.
and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we do appreciate all of you. And I got recognized in the grocery store this week, and I thought it was so much fun because this one girl let out a little scream. Oh my gosh, she was so cute. She actually had a mask on because she was getting sick.
You'll see her picture. See it there?
Yes, it was adorable. She was so sweet, and she recognized me. I can see in her eyes, and I knew that she knew me. And so then we kept passing each other in the aisles because I go down this way, and then she'd end up going. But it was fun. And then I met another couple from New York. It was sweet, and I enjoy meeting everybody. So
Sure.
stop me if you see me and say hello.
Yeah, get her, if she's shopping, kind of distract her a
Steer
little bit.
away from
Yeah.
the products. We do appreciate all of you.
And listen, email us those questions. Right now, I'm almost out of questions. And I told you a while ago, we keep repeating ourselves over and over. We get a turnover in viewers. So it's not totally futile to do that. I mean, it's okay. But we'd like to have some new ones. Although, like I said, what's new under the sun? I mean, I don't know. You have a riddle for us?
I do. One of our viewers sent these to us,
All right.
I believe, and from the popsicle sticks. So I got a whole jar of popsicle sticks. So I'm going to read you a riddle every week from now on. So there you go. Look forward to this. Why does a quarter flip higher than other coins? Da-da-da-da. It has an eagle on it.
All right.
There you go.
That's witty. I'd have really had those sticks when they still had the popsicle attached to them. Now listen, I said send us your questions. Don't forget your pictures, landscape. Send us your pictures. We'd love to see you. And if you want to video a pet of the week, remember to do that. And you can upload that to Dropbox, or you can do it with WeTransfer if it's a larger file. 1 minute or less. Don't put music on it, please. And please don't forget to visit our Amazon store. You do that by going to our homepage, and there's a big picture of Amazon on there. As say Amazon storefront. Click there. It doesn't cost you any more, but we get a few cents from each purchase, which helps us buy equipment and keep things running here for the channel.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate that. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, relatives, and neighbors. Until next time.
See you when you get here.